Stas23 here. In today's knife therapy, we have 10 high-value EDC folding knives between $90 and $140. We started this journey at $20 and have worked our way up. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll try to leave a link down below or up on the screen. These, unfortunately, didn't make the cut only because, as far as cold steels, I didn't want to have so many cold steels on there, but outstanding knives. These would have definitely made the list. The Cold Steel AD10 at $110 with S35VN contoured G10 scales. Excellent, excellent knife. I just don't carry this as much as the ones that are on the list. And then you have the Cold Steel Recon 1, another absolute amazing knife. S35VN 4-inch blade, light for its size, G10 frame. Just amazing, amazing knives with the infamous triad lock. And you have these Asher Sparrows. These are great knives as well. S35VN for under $100, but they're very hard to get in stock, so I didn't put them on the list for that reason. This is just a flipper version and a thumb stud version. And last, the Benchmade Mini Bug Out. The only reason this one didn't go on there is because the one on the list, I carry a lot more than this one. Now let's get started. These aren't ranked or anything, but first up we have the Kaiser Beg Letter XL. This is a really good value. For $94, you get a 4-inch blade of 154 cm steel, button lock, micarta, super smooth action, nice and snappy, comfortable. My review on this one is coming soon. I just finished up the testing of it, so stay tuned. Most of the knives on this list I do have reviews for, so just check those out. You have a deep carry pocket clip that is tip up left or right handed. definitely a really cool knife. Number 2, we have the Cold Steel Code 4. Another one that's just, in my opinion, excellent value. S35VN aluminum scales, the famous triad lock, and you can get this for $94 as well. Super tough, slim and sleek, super thin. Now the only thing is these aluminum scales can be a little slick, especially in the wintertime, and I just hate Cold Steel's pocket clips, so I put a Spyderco aftermarket milled tie clip on there. Works much better. You can put most Spyderco clips, you just got to offset it like that, but comfortable in hand. It's not going to be your super slicer, but it's going to do the job just fine, and it'll handle pretty much all your tough tasks. That spear point blade is very, very useful as well because you have just a very gradual belly, so you can cut on a flat surface or you can cut in hand. Just a very, very good design right here. Number 3, we have the Drop Laconico Keen. Man, I checked on the site, and these are going right now for $94 in this configuration. That is outstanding. I think I paid $160 whenever they first came out, or maybe even more than that. This has always been a great knife, and now you can get them back on Kizer.com. I mean, Wii Outdoors, and they even have new variations with like coated blades that look pretty sick as well. These things are ground nice and thin. S35VN steel, very comfortable, titanium frame lock rod on bearings, very smooth, and Ray Laconico just does such clean lines. I love pretty much everything he puts out. Milled titanium pocket clip, and you can get it in so many different variations. Good sharpening choil there, and once again, that drop point, spear point, whatever you want to call it, blade there is excellent for just about anything that you're going to throw at it. I love that center line tip. It makes it so useful for just about anything. Number 4, we have the Spyderco Tenacious Lightweight and S35VN. I know it's not a pretty looking knife, and that's okay, because for me, this knife is an absolute beater. It's comfortable in hand. It's very slicey. Spyderco puts, I think, a 15 degree per side edge bevel on these. And yeah, I forgot how much I like using this knife. Like I said, I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the FRN, and it's not really a lightweight in my opinion, but it's definitely not heavy. And they do make aftermarket scales, so you know, whatever. You can also change that pocket clip if you'd like. But this one, for me, stays in my garage and cuts just about anything that I need to cut. I added this little choil there. Doesn't come with it, but you know, like I said, this is a beater for me, and I think you can get these, yeah, $107. I think it's a good deal because the S35VN performed outstanding in my review and testing of this. If you haven't seen this one, definitely go check it out. Number 5, we have the Cold Steel American Lawman. I couldn't have Cold Steels on here without the American Lawman. I probably carried this one more than the Code 4 just because the ergos for me feel great. I like the G10. I like the thinness. I added a deep carry lynch clip on there that I anodized. Yeah, that triad lock S35VN. All these are super smooth. It's crazy that I can actually flick out a back lock, especially a triad lock. I can't do it to all of them. I can almost reverse flick it. But yeah, this is another great work knife. Great drop point blade there. You got that choke up area if you want to get really close to your material that you're cutting. Yeah, just a excellent knife. You can get more blade length on the Code 4, but overall I like the American Lawman just a little bit more. You know, I know people are either on one side or the other, but for me, I like both of them. I just carry this one more. It's a little bit lighter because you don't have any liners in there. Yeah, can't go wrong with either one. Number 6, we have the QSP Penguin. This is a Caviso exclusive with S35VN titanium thumb studs, Arctic Storm fat carbon, titanium hardware with the titanium Penguin pivot, titanium frame lock, and the blue anodization on all the titanium, including the mill titanium pocket clip, riding on bearings, and this thing is an absolute featherweight. I carried this on my trip to Vegas, and I hardly noticed it was in the pocket when I was carrying it. Now, it is tip-up right-hand carry only, so if you're a lefty, you'd either have to carry it in right or just carry it reversed in your left pocket. Regardless, this is a great value. I think it's $139, and I may even have a discount code. Definitely check down below. I usually have all my discount codes at the very bottom, and if I have a discount code to a certain company, I try to put it in there and maybe get a little bit off. So that is the QSP Penguin and Caviso exclusive. Number 7, we have the Wii Knives Banter. I don't think there's anything I need to say about this knife. It's a very popular knife for Wii. Mr. Ben Peterson, that used to work at Blade HQ, designed this. Now he owns his own knife company, Knives, and just released his Lander. Basically, this is a chunkier and a little bit more premium version of the Lander. The Lander's skinnier and more slim form with D2 steel. This one has S35VN, and it's going to run you $109. I put this Best Tech mill titanium clip on there just because I thought it looked nice. Nothing wrong with the deep carry clip that it came with. Titanium thumb studs, anode blue. And they got so many different variations of this. I bought this when it first came out, and this is just the one I liked, the murdered out version. That is the Wii Knives Banter. Number 9, we had the Benchmade 575 Mini Presidio CF Elite. Presidio 2, my bad. I carry this one quite a bit. I love that blade shape. I think it's super sexy. I'll be honest, the full-size version, I think the blade looks even sexier. But this one, I just seem to carry more. And I owned the aluminum scale version, but I ended up selling them because the texture was hurting my hands too much. But the CF Elite is a lot less aggressive on my hands. I do have, neuropathy and stuff in my hands, so it might not hurt the average person, but it just bothered me. I like the deep carry pocket clip on here, S30V steel. And one thing I can say about Benchmade, besides this being a USA made knife, and this one's going to cost you $135, that they do an excellent job on their heat treat, because every single Benchmade I've ever sharpened, I was able to deburr it cleanly, It didn't take me long to remove that burr, and it gets so wicked sticky sharp, especially their S30V. What did I sharpen up? I sharpened up their M4 the other day, and boy, it got ridiculously sharp. So, love the Mini Presidio. It's a great knife. I don't know. I reviewed the full-size aluminum version a long time ago on the channel. I'm not sure if I ever reviewed the Mini, but yeah, comfortable in hand. Got a little sharpening tool there. Lastly, number 10, we have the Kaiser Mini Bag letter with the titanium frag scales and the M390 blade. This thing is a slicing machine. It's got a nice deep hollow on here and comes down to a nice thin edge. I've sharpened this up twice, and both times this thing, yeah, I mean, nice bite to that edge. Very nice. Holds the edge for a reasonable amount of time, you know, better than some M390 out there. And you got a male titanium pocket clip. Works fine. It is somewhat of a pocket shredder because it's sitting on top of that frag pattern. You do have bearings in this one. I will say that my detent came kind of stiff, but the more I carry it and use it, the more it is breaking in, so it's not really bothering me anymore, but something I definitely want to note. This one is going to run you $139, and that will conclude my 10 high-value knives, and $90 to $140. Let me know. This is something I was thinking about. You know, after 140, is it high value anymore? I mean, to me it is. To me, I think I would stop it at like 200. But y'all let me know down below. I can do as many as y'all want. I'll go up, you know, all the way up the price. But I don't think it's really, you know, it's not a high value, because you're paying for, you know, maybe popularity or exclusivity or small batch, you know, for many other things. And, you know, the price isn't really, you know, the materials and what you're getting is not really, you know, getting... It's not equaling out, I'm trying to say. So, love to hear y'all thoughts and opinions on that down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I'll have links to every one of these knives in the description. Plus, look for those discount codes if I have them. And I hope y'all having a great day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.